a Timmy's double-double, a poutine, a half-eaten steamy, and some good old Canadian pride. What the hell is going on right now? In honor of Canada Day, I'm going to bring you on a very stereotypical day in the life of a Canadian. There are a lot of misconceptions about what a Canadian does and what they like, and I'm going to bring you along and show you which ones are true and which ones are just totally false. From eating typical Canadian foods to saying sorry in the most Canadian way possible, and much, much more. We're gonna see what Canada is really like. I'm Will, the channel is Sprought. Let's go be Canadian.
Every day I wake up absolutely freezing because, as you know, the weather in Canada is just never warm. So I try and get out of my double bed in my igloo and go and find the comfiest and warmest sweater I can find. Okay, I'm fully kidding. It's like 25 degrees Celsius here in Vancouver, so I'm gonna be wearing as little clothing as possible the whole day. I'm gonna try not to get arrested for not having a license for these guns, baby. If you've ever been to Canada or if you live here, you know that most of the most amazing things to do in the country are all outside. Today is not gonna be any different, and the first thing we're gonna do is go work out in Stanley Park. So in true Canadian style, we're getting after our workout outside, starting with a run on the Vancouver seawall, moving into Stanley Park, doing a little circuit, and then we're gonna finish off with a bike ride around the whole seawall, get a full panoramic view of Vancouver. This is just something that Canadians love to do. We love to get after it outside. It's the best way to be in a better mood and also to enjoy what's around us. We are in the only major Canadian city that has direct access to the ocean. And because we are very stereotypical Canadians today and we love the cold, we're about to take a polar plunge à la Canadienne. Ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Happy Canada Day. Oh, that's beautiful. Hey.
Hey.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about
Sorry.
Okay, so even though this is incredible and we feel insanely Canadian through the first half of the morning, we don't look Canadian. So I think we need to make a little switch to our wardrobes. Ready?
Yeah.
This store is just so Canadian. Oh my God, crazy.
That is much better. No stereotypical day in Canada can be spent without rocking some traditional Canadian gear from Roots.
What'd you get?
I'm Canadian too.
Hey, COVID Canada.
Yeah.
It's time to go get some breakfast. You ready, Sharon? Let's go. Only true Canadians would be willing to take all of their hard morning workout gains and eliminate them completely with a nice poutine. Well, honestly, maybe Americans too, but for the sake of this video, only Canadians. I may currently be in Vancouver, but I'm always a Montrealer at heart, so I'm always looking for some good Québécois food to eat, and I haven't really found any in Vancouver. But I have a lot of hope today because we've walked by this restaurant a few times and they have a ton of Habs gear decked out all around it. And also on the menu, it says they have steamies, which are the traditional Quebec hot dogs that I haven't actually found in any other restaurant here in Vancouver. And then of course, like we said at the beginning of the video, Canadians love to be outside, so rather than eating in the restaurant, we took it out. And we're here in a park with a beautiful table to go and eat some lunch. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Hello.
The concept of poutine, I think, is very weird. I think if you're really not Canadian, the word poutine just sounds hilarious.
Do you think we're eating poo?
I don't know. No one thinks we're eating that, but it's just, they're like, what is poutine? I'm like, I don't know. It kind of looks like it.
And now for your steamy. It's a hot dog with relish, mustard, onions, and coleslaw. Always the cheapest hot dog that you can buy on the menu. Usually the best.
Is there a certain way I'm supposed to eat this?
Yeah, I like a hot dog.
No, I'm Canadian. Final verdict is that I love poutine. One more food to constantly crave.
Keep adding to the list.
Yep.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks. All right, so for our afternoon snack, we've picked another very famous Canadian food. This time it's a traditional dessert called the
Nanaimo Bar.
Nanaimo is a little town on Vancouver Island. It's a very famous dessert around Western Canada in the Pacific. Sharon says that they have them practically everywhere. It's so common, even Starbucks serves Nanaimo bars, but out in the East, never even heard of it. Apparently there is one in the Granville Island public market, and that is just perfect because it's one of Sharon and I's favorite places to just hang out and enjoy a beautiful day.
It looks like a layer of chocolate and then custard and then a crumble fig date base. That's what it looks like to me.
Oh, that's really good.
It's a good mix of thick and chewy, but also soft.
So as you know, Canadians absolutely love beer. So on hot days like this and the few months that we have where it's actually summer, we make sure we always have a beer handy and we always have a really nice view in front of us.
Me?
No, I was talking about the False Creek over there.
Right. Us Canadians also do acts of service. In this case, picking up trash.
That you spilled.
Sorry for dropping it.
Sorry for picking it up too fast.
Sorry.
Okay, let's move on to our next activity. So there's pretty much no chance in hell you can survive a typical day in the life of a Canadian and not come right here to Tim Hortons and get the one and only drink that 95% of Canadians get every single morning, the Double Double. A Double Double is a coffee that comes with 2 creams and 2 sugars, and you cannot have a perfect day out in Canada without having good old Tim Hortons.
We Canadians call it Timmy's.
Okay, so I've got my Double Double, I'm wearing my Canadian pride, but none of it is truly worth it unless I am here. Wait, no, not here. Here, Canadian Tire. You cannot spend a typical day in Canada without browsing for things you absolutely don't need in Canadian Tire.
I thought it was a tire shop.
And as much as I'd love to be in a Canadian Tire for a little bit longer, we've got to go and acquire some gear for the most exciting nighttime activity in this country, Hockey Night in Canada. Okay, we are back at home right now. It is 6 p.m. time for Hockey Night in Canada. Sharon and I did not come unprepared. As tradition goes, all sports games need to have the proper sports food, and we went out and got our favorite Canadian dishes. We got Kraft dinner, we got ketchup chips, yes, ketchup flavored Lay's chips. And I know it's Canada Day and I've been wearing my Canadian pride, but for hockey games I'm extremely superstitious with my Montreal Canadiens, so I'm gonna go change into the outfit I wear every single game and go and watch this game. Okay, well that was exciting. Now to cap off our amazing typical Canadian day, we're gonna go outside and catch the sunset in Vancouver. So there's actually this massive stereotype that Canadians live in the wild, but that stereotype is completely false. In fact, 1 in 3 Canadians live in one of the 3 major cities, either Toronto, Montreal, or right here in Vancouver. And one thing that all of us have in common is that we absolutely love to watch the sunset. But there is no better major Canadian city than Vancouver to go and consistently watch some incredible sunsets like this.
Look how pretty that is.
So nice.
I know, it really
Every
is.
single day.
I know. It's Vancouver for ya.
So this would mark the end of a very stereotypical day in the life of a Canadian. Obviously, not all of these things are true, like I said, but because it's Canada Day, I figured why not live it up and enjoy all the stereotypes. I hope you guys learned something about my country. I hope if you're not from here, you come visit, and if you are Canadian, you live it up today. It's Canada Day. Let's have a beer, or 3 or 4, and let's have some fun, eh? And with that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to see more Canada-related content, subscribe to this channel. I'm Will, the channel is Sprought, and as always, it's a mindset. See you next week.